Emily Hale was amongst the first few students to attend the University of Tampa in the 1930s. A small-town girl from Georgia, Emily was excited to be the first person in her family to continue her education at a collegiate level. Emily felt that as a student, and more importantly, a female student, she would have to dedicate a lot of her time to schoolwork. As a result, Emily made it a habit to spend at least an hour every day in the study room of Plant Hall. During the day, the study room was buzzing with student life, and Emily found it more effective to study it alone at night. So every evening around 10 p.m., Emily would take her books and go into the study room to concentrate in the peace and quiet. But it didn't stay that way for long. It was on the third night that Emily realized she wasn't alone in the study room. It started with whispers, but Emily chose to ignore them. Every day the voices got louder, and Emily began to see figures out of the corner of her eye. After this, Emily decided to stop going to the study room, but the haunting did not stop. One night, Emily was in her room studying when she heard a knock at the door. When she answered it, no one was there. She turned around to find a mysterious, transparent man glaring at her from across the room. "Help us," he cried. As Emily turned to flee the room, the door slammed shut against her will. "You have to help us," the man demanded. At the top of her lungs, Emily screamed for help, and when someone arrived, they found her alone in the room. Over the next 2 weeks, the ghostly figure continued to follow Emily. Soon, he wasn't alone, and 3 others followed her as well. Emily's friends began to notice her weird behaviors, but when Emily tried to convince her friends about the ghosts she was seeing, they suggested she was just too stressed. Once word spread that Emily was seeing ghosts, the taunting began, and Emily heard her classmates whispering. Throughout the next few weeks, Emily became the butt of every joke. Paper balls were thrown, notes were passed, and dirty looks were shot her way. Emily's professors ignored the students' inappropriate behavior, making Emily feel very alone. Not only were the dead haunting her, but the living were too. On October 9th, 1935, Emily was discovered beneath Plant Hall in the Rathskellar bathroom, hanging with a rope tightly wound around her neck. Some say that the students were to blame, while others believed it was her insanity that drove her to suicide. It is believed that Emily Hale's ghost still haunts students today, demanding that they kindly greet her and acknowledge her presence when entering the Rathskellar.